And he indeed is the organizational coach. His name is Steve Gingras, and he always drops by to help out with many aspects of our life. This time around, we're talking about time management. Very important. Hello, Steve. How are you?
Thank you, Dylan, for having me. And this time it's for children.
For children this time around, which is good because kids sometimes lose track of time, and we'll talk about why they do coming up. Where is your love for time management organization? Where does this all come from? Does it come from your childhood?
Yes, my parents were very strict on, let's say, if you had to make it someplace that not to be late for school, not to make sure that for sporting events that you're not late, and the coach gets mad at you and everything like that too. So I just had an interest in that too. And then when I was in my very early 20s, I started doing competitive coaching then, and I just found through that then the more discipline I offered to the kids there, the better they enjoyed it there.
They excelled probably too.
Some teams did, some didn't. Talent had a lot to do with it too.
Okay. We're talking about age by age teaching here as well. So you want to begin with 3 to 4 year olds?
Sure. So I guess your son is what, 2 years old?
2 years old. So he probably doesn't grasp much of this just yet, right?
So he's kind of like the idea of, okay, can I do it now?
Yeah, right now or else.
Like, does he know Christmas is coming up?
I don't think so, quite honestly. I think like he's just excited about the moment.
Right.
Yeah, instant gratification, I think.
Okay, and that's the thing with the younger ones. It'd be like kind of like that's the first thing we should be teaching them is like the seasons. Like now you're seeing winter, then into spring. That's type of too. So that's a good thing for them too. And also the fact that introducing that. Events coming up that are a couple days later than not necessarily it's 3 weeks from now because they would have no idea in terms of time what that would be.
Okay, so that's what the plan then for what age would that be for then?
That would probably be maybe just before you go to school.
Okay, so when you get a little older, what's the best way to?
So the next one would probably be like, let's say your kindergarten and grade 1 age there, and then you're introducing them the concept of the clock and the time and everything like that too. So you're looking at that to say like. You're going to schedule something like this too, and it's going to be like, let's say, for example, you'll do your whatever homework they're doing in grade 1 then for, let's say, at 7 o'clock or something like that, so they're able to do that. So they're curious with time there too, and also the fact that saying if they don't make a certain time then, there is consequences like that. For example, if you have an assignment at school, even if it's grade 1 then, it needs to be done. If you're on a soccer team when you're 5 years old and you show up late all the time, the coach will not be particularly very happy.
Yeah.
So it's just introducing the fact that there is consequences with.
Okay, and then obviously they will take these skills learned and developed and take them into their later years.
That's right then. So it's never too early.
Okay.
So example, like even for your son being that young then, even introducing the fact that everything is not just here and now, then it's sometimes a couple of days later then.
Okay, good tip for me for sure. Overscheduling your child, is that a bad thing to do?
Yes, because I've had especially some friends there that actually have their kids scheduled 7 days a week then. Let's say you go to Brownies, and it's language lessons, and it's music lessons, and it's sports, and it's like everything like that too. They've got them everything like that, so they actually have no time to actually be a kid.
Yeah, exactly. They need some time to just relax.
Yeah, and actually enjoy themselves. And a lot of times we're being forced into it. It's not like sort of like saying, guess what we've signed you up for now, dear.
Yeah,
we've sent you into this, and we're into this now.
What about some teaching aids for
teaching aids? I have one right here. Okay. Then, for example, there are two. Kids love things that are visual, especially the younger ones then. This one actually attaches to a refrigerator then. Okay. So you can see like I'm using stickers, and I have small ones there, but you can put some really bigger ones there. For example, let's say on the 13th we have a PD day. On the 14th you have a soccer tournament, a birthday party. On the 15th, 19th has a picture day at school. And the 20th you're helping rake the leaves there. So it gives the kids like, let's say, a visual thing. They can put that in their room or on the fridge or whatever like that, so they immediately know, bam, they're ready to go that day. This is what's going to be happening that day. And
it's nice when it's colorful as well, as you mentioned. There's stickers that assist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very visual.
So it's just like, and they can help participate in that too. So it's also it's key to let them have a say in what they're.
Why is it so important to let your kids help with the time management?
Because it's actually, they play part of the role of the family there too. It's not just saying mom, dad, or parent or whatever like that, or guardian just tells them exactly what to do then. It's like they have a say with that too. And they also can say like, I do like raking leaves, or let's say when it's recycle day on Thursday night, that will be your task to do there.
Okay.
So, and then they can also work into the fact that they know that when I do recycling on Thursday evening, then it'll only take me, it takes me 10 minutes. So it gives them a little practice with time there too.
Have you actually ever heard a kid say, I like raking leaves?
No.
Okay, Steve. So
I didn't.
Nope.
I don't know if you did.
What about nope? What about homework helpers?
Homework helpers is saying like, let's say for most people it would be like, hopefully you can have it right after dinner, you do your homework, or just before there. And also too, having the support of your parents there, and also the fact too, having a nice area to do your homework too, like an isolated area just for them then.
Which definitely
and
helps.
supporting and being a cheerleader for your kid and everything like that too.
Okay. Coming up in 2020, you're going to have more workshops, and they're going to be focusing on children.
Yeah, I'm going to do more on that because there seems to be more and more interest of that too, because especially too, there's so much to do for kids these days. So yeah, I think it'd be a good help if they start it really early. I did have a class I did a couple of years ago where a mom brought a 12-year-old kid with her, and to actually try for a 12-year-old to do that, it's a little bit too much.
Totally,
Yes.
I get that. Okay, SteveGingras.net for great things in the new year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dylan.
Appreciate your time. Coming up, Big Soul Project, what it's all about next on Rogers Television.